afternoon, geometry, periods 3 and 4. It's Monday. It is the 18th of May, and I want to show you something really quick. Are you ready for this? All right, this is our calendar. It's the 18th of May. We have 10 whole instructional days left, plus a week for finals, okay? So we've got all of this week, and I'm going to start putting out semester test review. We have all of next week to make sure that we're finished with everything, to include, I don't know, I'm going to put a bunch of those CFCs out there just to make sure you guys know what you're doing, and some semester test review. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to put a problem on the board, and we are going to find the the volume, and then the surface area of a regular pentagonal pyramid. Doesn't that sound like a lot of fun? So there's a lot of moving parts to this. So I want to make sure that we have this. So here we go. All right, so to find the area of the base, because if we're going to find the surface area and the volume of this thing, we need the area of the base. Gots to have the area of the base. All right, so I attempted to draw a 5-sided regular polygon with the side length of 7. Okay, side length of 7, okay? And it has a height of 8. And I tried to do a little 3-dimensional view here. Anyway, the height is 8, okay? Now, please do not confuse the height, which is the point, the center. Oh, by the way, this is a right regular pentagonal pyramid, okay? So the height is from the center of the base to the point. The slant height is, if you were walking up the face of that, how far would you have to walk? Okay? All right, so let's see what we got to do here. So the first thing we have to do, we have to find the area of the base. And the area of the base of a regular pentagon is regular polygon, is A is equal to 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. Now the perimeter is found by taking the number of sides times the length of the sides, okay? Now we all know that the number of sides we're dealing with in our pentagon is 5. Oh, and I changed that. I started with the radius and decided against that plan. Anyway, I'm going to use the length of the side. The length of the side is 7. Okay, the length of the side is 7. Okay, so the side is 7 and the height is 8. Now, how do you find the apothem? You take the apothem. I took, and this, pretend like this top view's now been smashed flat, and basically I have 5 congruent triangles. Okay, well, 5 goes into 360 because the circular measure all around 360 degrees. Divided by 5 is 72. So I took that little triangle, 72 at the base of 7, okay? And the apothem is that line that splits that base in half. It's perpendicular to the base, bisects the angle, okay? Bisects the central angle perpendicular to the base. So that means that this little triangle right here, I have a 36-degree angle. I have the opposite side of that 36-degree angle, 3.5, and the adjacent side of that 36-degree angle is the apothem. Well, that looks like I could use a tan ratio, and we shall. So the tangent of a 36-degree angle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent, or 3.5 over the apothem. Little algebra, the apothem is now equal to 3.5 divided by tan 36. And in our case, the apothem is equal to 4.8173 units. Okay, now I can actually find the area of the base. So the area of the base is equal to 1/2 times that apothem, times the number of sides, times the length of the side. And the area of the base is 84.3034 units. Okay, everybody got that? Area of the base. The area of the base is equal to 1/2 times the apothem, times the number of sides, times the length of that side. That is the formula for the area of a regular polygon. Okay? All right, now I want the surface area. Now the surface area is a little bit tricky, okay? If you look at my rudimentary 3-dimensional model there, you will see we have a base plus 5 triangles. Now the problem is I need the slant height. And you have to kind of be careful when you find the slant height. It takes a little... You got to draw a picture sometimes, okay? But if you imagine my little pentagon there, and if I take that distance from the top, okay, and drop it straight down, so now this is on the floor, and go to here, that's my apothem, okay? So I reconstructed that, Okay, so here's a piece of that. So here's that distance from the center of my pentagon to a point halfway, the midpoint of a side. And there's my height, okay? I need this slant height. That's this distance here. That's this distance I have to run up. That's this distance right here in the middle. I have to run up. That would be the height of this triangle. I have 5 of those triangles, by the way. And I'm going to use the Pythagorean to find that hypotenuse, okay? So 8 squared plus 4.81, the apothem squared, is equal to the slant height squared, okay? And we come to find out the slant height is equal to 9.3384, okay? Now, the area of that triangle times 5 plus the base will give me the surface area of my regular pentagonal pyramid with side length 7. And it comes out to be, after you do all the little multiplying there, 247.726 square units. Okay? So, now I know is the volume. Well, the volume's the piece of cake part of this thing. The volume of this regular pentagonal right pyramid is 1/3 base times height. 1/3 the area of the base times the height. Well, we found the area of the base, multiply it by 8, whap that in 3, and you get 224.8091 cubic units. Okay? Now, that is a fair amount of work to find the area of the base, the surface area, and the volume of a regular right pentagonal pyramid. But that's the expectation. A lot of room for error. So please, you always got to make sure you're doing the right thing. You always got to analyze your answer and say, is what I'm doing right? If you can answer yes to that question, you got it made. All right? So that's your problem for the day. All right? Kind of goes along with what you should be doing in 11.5, 11.6, okay, when you're getting ready to do that. And I'm going to bounce some more of those CFCs out there, those check for comprehension, so we still got to do a few more of those. And I have to make sure you can actually do this, okay? Now, you will see a problem similar to this on your semester test, and I'll get all kinds of creative with some kind of L value, so you'll have to do something a little bit different. All right. So I want you to keep those assignments rolling in. I actually have one person that is done, okay? All they have left to do is the remaining CFCs and then some kind of chapter test event. I'll get creative and make something short for that. And then the semester test practices, but as far as all the assignments and the check for comprehension, wow, they rocked it. Anyway, so keep them coming in. And until tomorrow, Maze is out of here.